Hey everybody. Gotta get set, gotta get in, gotta get ready. We are live on the internet, and I'm gonna flip myself around now that I know that I'm live. So hang on a second. Flip. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that so that I'm not backwards, y'all. Okay. Y'all that have been here many times know the drill. Yeah, Martin, I guess we haven't fallen back yet and changed our time zone or time, whatever the hell they do. We're still on daylight time, at least for a little bit. So yeah, thanks for catching us an hour earlier for y'all. Here, it's 1 o'clock Eastern on the East Coast. There's football games going on. There's a lot of stuff going on, but you know, y'all, it's good to be with you because we got some music going on. I've got a daily Doug on demand. And about an hour at 2 o'clock, we do these a couple times a month. And I keep doing them because I just love these. Y'all, I love this time with our Council of Dougs and Doug's Angels. We spend a couple hours together and we just play tunes for each other. We spin the wheel, whoever comes up. Oh, sorry, XBI says, is your microphone close to a fan? I'll turn my fan off. Hopefully that'll be less sound. Because my good mic filters that out. But when the fan's on, I'll turn that off. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see, who's here? I gotta see who's doing. Here, Steven's here, there's John. Hey, Matt. XBIA is here. Sheila's here. Ricky. Pancake Sovereign from France. Awesome. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else? Andrew's here. Jeff is with us. Let's see. David. Good to see you. Rosencrantz is here. Y'all, hire Rosencrantz. Rosencrantz will make you a lot of money. Just hire Rosencrantz. Just, you know, it's help a Dale out. Come on. Me, you is here. There's Steven. Let's see. Who else is around? Turbo's here. All right. Morin. Okay. Morin's got questions. I hope I got answers. All right. Well, Heidi's here. All right. Yeah, I wish it were that easy too, Rosencrantz. I feel you. I feel you, man. Yeah. Thanks, Kat. Thank you for popping in. I like the warning. Those ladies can flat out bring it, can't they? Holy crap. Really, really good stuff. So, friends, I've got a few things to tell you, but things are good. Things are good. My back is doing better. It's not quite all the way there, but it's doing better. So we're hanging in. We're working. We're doing our thing. Meg and I were at our church job this morning, and did our big thing. I'm wearing almost red because it's Reformation Sunday in the world of in the church world today, the last Sunday of October. So we did our thing there, and I'm happy to be coming to y'all here live. And we've got, like I said, our Doug on Demand coming up at 2. So I'm probably going to cut this off after about 30 minutes so I can get all ready to go for our 30-second session of Doug on Demand. Awesome stuff. So this past week, we had a really lovely week. It ended up not going exactly how I wanted it to go, but we had a really lovely week. I started off by doing a video to remember and pay tribute to Ace Frehley, who recently has passed away. He played guitar for Kiss for many, many years, and we played a few of his solo tunes, actually, from his debut solo album, and listened to him play Rip It Out. We also heard Kiss playing New York Groove. And it was good for me to learn a little more about Ace and to hear more of his playing, because like I said when I did that, we haven't done any, reviewed any music from Kiss or Ace previously on the channel. So it's good for me to take that opportunity, sad as it is, to learn more about these classic musicians that have played for us for so many years, y'all. So that's what we did back on Tuesday. We did a full album reaction and analysis for our Patreon community. That was the Moody Blues with Every Good Boy Deserves Favor. I still have the album out, and some other Moody Blues albums out as well from doing that one earlier this week. And friends, it was a beautiful album. I really enjoyed it. We're working our way through these classic albums of the Moody Blues, and I think we're one away from getting through that classic, or that core 7, those second through 8th albums of the Moody Blues. From this one, I remember hearing The Story in Our Eyes, Justin Hayward singing that one, really, really beautiful. And John Lodge's One More Time to Live, y'all, was absolutely just great. I really liked it. And John Lodge has recently passed as well. So we took this opportunity to sneak in some more music from the Moody Blues, really so I could hear some more music from John Lodge and from the rest of the band. And it was really lovely to be able to do that and get all of that going. My song, the last song on the album, I mean, side 2 really, really knocked me out for sure. But all of it was great. All of it was great. Hey, Gabriel, good to see you. Awesome. Yeah, Andrew, I know you're out there somewhere. Yeah, a little bit of a different era for the Moody's, right? Pancake was asking, how do we request songs for analysis? I assume Patreon, because there's an anime song that I think is integral, vital, critical to listen to, considering its history and influence. Rosenkrantz wrote to you and said, yeah, you can do it through the Patreon route via my Discord. That's how all of our patrons do it. I give each of our patrons the guarantee that I will personally pay attention to each and every one of their suggestions. We have a portal that they put them through, and I get to them about once a month and do them in batches and kind of look at everything. But it's my way of making sure that I stay accountable to paying attention to all of the suggestions from our patrons. You can send me an email. I do look at all of them. I don't reply to all of them, but I do see them all. The email is itsthedailydoug@gmail.com. You can send that there. And yeah, you can write me. I'll do my best. Okay? Wonderful. Hey, Auntie Mame's here. There's Fran. Well, welcome, y'all. So, let's see. Also, what happened on Tuesday this past week? I got to talk to y'all about this. We, Megan and I, actually got to a concert. Cause for celebration, because I've missed the last 2 that I planned on going, that I had tickets to. Come on now. So, yeah, we got to go see Steve Hackett and the Steve Hackett Band playing earlier this week. And y'all, it was like therapy. The music was like therapy. Steve Hackett still got it, y'all. He's up there, but man, his playing is still impeccable. All of that tapping that he does, all of that intricate work, he did a full set of his own solo music for about the first hour. And for me, the highlight of that one, the first song, People of the Smoke, from his most recent album, that was a good one. There was a bass solo from Jonas that just was unbelievable, but he ended with the instrumental section of Shadow of the Hierophant. And when those bass pedals came in, it was like being with the angels, y'all. It was just overwhelming. It was wonderful, a wonderful set. They came out in set 2 and did a whole bunch of songs from The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, including The Lamb. They did a melody in 1974. They did Carpet Crawlers. They did Lily White Lilith. They did The Lamia, and some others. And then they ended the regular set with Supper's Ready. A great tune. It was great to hear that live again. Second time I've heard it from Steve. And it was just wonderful. And Nad was singing beautifully, absolutely beautifully that night, and the whole band was just on fire. The encore was great too. They did Firth of Fifth, which is my favorite Genesis song, and it's got the great keyboards, it's got the great singing, it's got the great guitar solo in it. They did that for the encore. And then Nick DiVirgilio, who is subbing for Craig, while Craig is playing with Steven Wilson on Steven Wilson's tour. So Nick's playing with Steve on this tour, and they finished up with the drum solo and then Los Indos. Y'all, after almost 2.5 hours, they just ripped it up and did Los Indos. And it was absolutely incredible. Nad, I have had the opportunity to chat with here on the channel. I've also had the opportunity to chat with Steve and Nick DiVirgilio here in interviews. And yeah, Bella, I remember that. When we saw Big Train, Greg Spotton's bass pedals, yeah, you better lock down the plaster, y'all, when they bring in those Taurus bass pedals. Woo! It's thunderous. But yeah, I have talked to Nad, and Nad and I had been in communication with each other, and he knew that I was going to be at the show, and he said, you know, come backstage to where the buses are after the show, and we'll meet up. So that's what we did. Megan and I went there, and we ended up seeing Steve and Joe, and we said hi to them very briefly. It was lovely to meet Steve. I did not get a picture with Steve. He was tired. Y'all, he just came off stage. He played his butt off, and they were gonna go and relax. So I just said hello, thank you, nice to see you, and good job. And off they went. And then I ended up talking with Nad and Jonas for several minutes, hanging out with them. Took some pictures, just chatting with the Swedish regiment in in Steve's band. And it was just wonderful. Actually, it was kind of raining. It was kind of spitting rain after the show. And we were talking with Nad. And he was like, you know, our hotel is like 4 blocks, an easy 4-block walk from here. But with it raining, do you mind giving me a ride? So we're like, sure. So Nad hopped in our car, and we gave Nad a ride back to his hotel. How about that? It was lovely, friends. It was really lovely to see these guys. They had a good audience. It wasn't completely sold out, but it was full, and the audience was very attentive. They stayed seated for most of the show, and then would stand and applaud, and then would sit back down and rest and pay attention and relax. So it was a more civilized prog rock show, but nevertheless, it was very, very good. Very, very good. We enjoyed it. The next concert that Megan and I actually have tickets to is one that we're really looking forward to. We have tickets next week to see Jacob Collier live in concert doing a solo show. He's got a new album out, and I've been enthralled by Jacob and his music for 7 or 8 years now. He's a young guy, and he's absolutely incredible. I just want to be in the room while this guy makes music. I can't wait to do that. So that's going to be actually here in Princeton next week, so I can't wait for that. Really, really can't wait. It's going to be lovely. So what else did we do this past week? On Wednesday, I shared with y'all a a reaction that we did to some Frank Zappa music. We did Waka Jawaka, an instrumental, big band, jazz, rock, fusion, hybrid, amazing piece. A Moog solo in that you have to hear to believe, y'all. It's incredible. So I definitely wanted to share that with the community. That one came originally from our Epics fan favorites from last month, and it was lovely to share that. The one that I shared on Friday was also from that same Epics, because it was the Fountain of Lamneth from Rush, and I wanted to get that Rush on the channel as soon as possible. That was a great piece that I had never heard before either. So that was our week, this past week. Remembering Ace Frehley, some Moody Blues, going to a Hackett show, some Frank Zappa, and some Rush. How about that? I mean, come on. Moody Blues, Steve Hackett, Kiss, Frank Zappa, and Rush. That's heady company, y'all. It was a really great week of music. And I think I've got some really lovely music for y'all this week as well. I really do think we're going to have a lovely time this week. Tomorrow, for our Metal Monday, we are going to be sharing The Mob Rules from Black Sabbath. This is the title track to their second album with Ronnie James Dio. And this is one that I did, I think, back in May for the Metal May fan favorites. We've still got a couple of those that I haven't shared on YouTube. That was a hell of a countdown. And I wanted to share The Mob Rules. I wanted to hear some Ronnie James Dio again, and that one's hanging out there waiting for me to release. I'm still spending time trying to finish up the co-writing on a new book about songs by Big Big Train. So I'm still doing that a lot as well. So you'll see more of these throwback episodes towards the end of the year while I'm managing my time to get all of that done, y'all. Yeah. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, Ray, that was yours. Hi, Ray. Yeah, The Mob Rules from Black Sabbath. What's up, Fooney? Good to see you. On Tuesday, Matt Andrew, without researching now, have you done any Dio solo? I think I have. I know I've done Rainbow and Black Sabbath. I don't know if I've done Dio solo. I remember doing Dio when he was on that Tenacious D movie. That was fun. I remember that. Cool. Yeah, so we got The Mob Rules coming up tomorrow. Our fan favorites for this month is just pulling songs from our master list. I put up 15 songs that have been requested, that I've said, yeah, I'm interested in those, and I just put them up. All right, which ones should we prioritize? And I think we've got it, friends. We're going to have music from Argent. We're going to have music from Blondie, Return to Forever. We're going to have some Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Manfred Mann's Earth Band, the Flower Kings, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and one still to be determined. One still to be determined. We're going to have 8 tunes in that video on Tuesday, and it's going to be just great. I mean, come on. I don't know much about Argent. I don't know much about Blondie. I've heard some of it, but I really don't know hardly anything about Blondie besides that her name is Debbie Harry. Return to Forever, I know those guys, right? But I haven't heard the one that we're going to hear on Tuesday's video. The Blood, Sweat, and Tears one is one that I know, but we've got some other great stuff in there as well. It's going to be great to hear some more Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's going to be great to hear some Flower Kings, and I'm excited for it. Thank you, Poet. Thank you, man. Awesome, awesome. On Wednesday, Rosencrantz, the one in reserve is our Angel's Choice, and they are deciding. They are using their brain. They're trying to figure out what they want to do. Then they'll tell me later today. So let's see. On Wednesday, I'm going to go and listen to some music from Arion on Wednesday, y'all. I talked with Arion Lucasen. Now I'm going to look back in my notes. When did I talk with Arion? When was that? It came out on the 10th. I talked to him a little bit before that. But I remember when I talked with Arion, we really were talking about his upcoming Arion show and his new solo album that was coming out. And kind of before we went on the record to do the interview, we were talking, getting caught up with each other because we've talked before. And he was conflicted. He was a little sad. I mean, he was busy. I mean, not only was he getting ready to do the big Arion shows that have now happened and by all accounts were very successful, but he also had his solo album coming out, and his longtime friend, Edward Rakers, was very sick, and he was sad about that. And Edward has since passed, and Edward was known as the voice of Arion. He was also the lead singer for a band named Kayak. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of do an Arion day. And I have had this song called Valley of the Queens on our master list, asking to be included on the channel for a long, long time. And that one is a female duet. And I know it involves Floor, but I can't remember the other singer. So I know we're going to get Valley of the Queens. And then I know that I want to listen to a song or two that Edward Rakers sang with Arion. And then I think I'm going to go to a Kayak song that Ed sang as well, if that's going to be okay with y'all, because I want to pay tribute to Ed. I want to get to know a little bit more about what he did, and I want to get back to some of Arion's music and Arion in that project. And so that's kind of what I have planned for Wednesday. I don't have it all mapped out yet, but I think it's going to go really well, and I'm quite looking forward to it. Friends, Solitaire's in. All right, rock and roll. Yeah, Rosencrantz, Within Temptation. We had them on our fan favorites poll for this fan favorites. They didn't quite get enough votes to get in, but I know Within Temptation, and I think I have one of their albums, actually. I think I do. Awesome, Funi. Y'all are in for that. I'm glad. So yeah, Arion and Edward Rakers and some Valley of the Queens on Wednesday. That's going to be a lovely episode, I think. Not that y'all care, but on Thursday, that's when I'm rescheduled to talk with Einar from Leprous. I was supposed to chat with him last week, and we ended up not being able to make that happen. And I was planning originally on doing some Leprous music last Friday. I substituted Rush in when I didn't get a chance to chat with Einar. We moved our conversation to this week, which means that interview will probably come out the following week. So Leprous fans, stay tuned. We've got some Leprous because they just released a live album that they are pushing, and I want to learn more about that. For sure. All right, so that's happening. There's no video that's happening on Thursday. I'm just going to do the interview then. But on Friday, friends, y'all know what Friday is. I mean, come on. How often, Meg's in here, how often does it happen that we get to have Halloween on a Friday night?
Yeah.
I would say it's Friday the 13th, but dyslexic, it's Friday the 31st.
There you go.
Right? It's Halloween night. And, okay, what do we do on a Masterpiece Friday that's also Halloween?
There's a lot of stuff we could do.
I mean, we're putting our noggins together. We use protection. And we came up with, I think, something good. I think we have a good plan. I'm really excited about this, actually.
Something good.
We are going to look at music for Halloween from some classic television and classic cinema. And I've got two titles in particular that are really calling my name. I have heard This Is Halloween from...
This is Halloween, this is Halloween.
What's the name of that movie? The Nightmare Before Christmas. I went into it thinking it was a Christmas movie. Well, it starts around Halloween, right? So Danny Elfman's got this big Halloween song, so I'm going to listen to it again. I've only seen that movie once, so I want to listen to that. And I'm also going to look at... I can't help it, y'all. I mean, when I was down and was sick...
You can't help yourself?
I can't help myself.
Can't help myself.
When I was down and was sick a little bit, a week or two ago, just kind of in bed, I found myself watching the Charlie Brown Halloween special. And I heard the Great Pumpkin Waltz, and I was reminded of how great it is. It's such a lovely tune. So I want to take a look at the Great Pumpkin Waltz by Vince Guaraldi. So we're going to take a look at This Is Halloween from Danny Elfman. We're going to take a look at the Great Pumpkin Waltz from Vince Guaraldi. And we're going to have a happy Halloween.
I love it. I love it.
All right, I might wear my Freddie Mercury jacket on that day. Yeah, good stuff. So that's what we have this week, my friends.
Hey.
Black Sabbath, The Mob Rules on Monday.
The
Mob Rules. On Tuesday, we got songs from the Master List, a whole bunch of great classic bands. We're looking at music from Arion on Wednesday, and then on Friday, some classic Halloween music.
All right.
All right.
Oh.
Welcome to my nightmare with the Muppets.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I'll look that up, Stephen.
Yes.
That might make a late edition. You never know. You never know.
You never know.
Fooney, I've heard Sweeney Todd.
Seen Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen the movie adaptation, which is okay. But we've also
seen a couple of movie adaptations.
I remember, I don't know if I've seen a stage adaptation, but I saw a concert version.
I did see it on stage. I just don't remember when and where.
A couple years ago, they did a concert version of it at Lincoln Center in New York.
Is that what I'm thinking?
And
of?
Bryn Terfel, who's a wonderful operatic baritone, sang the lead role.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, Emma Thompson was starring in that as well. I don't know if I'm remembering that accurately or not, but that's when I remember seeing that.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Great music.
Oh God, it's amazing. Yeah.
Creepy story.
Show. It's so
creepy story. Disturbing story. But lovely music.
The music is so good.
Yeah, Alan Rickman was in that movie, Andrew. Alan tried to sing.
He was fine.
He did fine.
Well,
Rosencrantz says Marilyn...
Hold on, but rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I miss him. What an incredible actor. What did Rosencrantz do?
That Marilyn Manson did a cover of This Is Halloween.
Oh, that would be fun. I mean... Interesting. Not fun. Interesting. I'm sorry. My brain, I probably shouldn't be talking at all because I'm on no sleep and my brain is Swiss cheese right now. I meant to say that the Marilyn Manson version would be interesting.
Yeah. Be interesting to check out.
I'm not a Marilyn Manson fan.
I'm not going to prejudge. I'll wait till I hear it.
At all. For multiple reasons.
So, who said that? Where am I looking? Who said? Andreas, don't see any Zappa on your wall. You know,
True.
I don't think I have any Frank Zappa albums yet. I don't think I have any. If I scroll to Z on my spreadsheet, I don't think I have any. We'll need to correct that. We'll need to
Well.
correct that. I'm thinking about redesigning the background here. This has been up that way for a while, like a year, year and a half, maybe. Maybe it's time for a new look. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so like not even hot rats. I don't have any of them. Yeah. Ooh, Fran.
That sounds like a way to swear without swearing. Oh, hot rats.
Hot rats. Matt, I don't remember which album from them that I have. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look for it. Yeah. Lovely. Friends, let me wrap up one more time and then bid you adieu, because I need to get ready to do the Doug on Demand in 30 minutes, which means I need to load in all of the names into the wheel of names. So here's what we got. Doug on Demand in 30 minutes. Be there or be square.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tomorrow, a throwback episode, but we got Black Sabbath. We got Ronnie James Dio. It's going to be the Mob Rules, and I will be happy to play that song for y'all. We've got a whole bunch of tunes for our Patreon on Tuesday with our fan favorites video. That'll be coming up. On Wednesday, we're going to be looking at some music from Arion and paying tribute to Ed Rakers, who recently has passed. And then on Friday, we're celebrating Halloween with some cool Halloween tunes. Some Vince Guaraldi, some Danny Elfman, and maybe some more stuff. You never know. You never know. Great. Great, y'all.
Awesome.
All righty. So that's going to be all for us on this Sunday. I thank y'all very much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you soon.
Much love, everybody.
All right. Peace, everybody. Hope you have a great day and a great week, and we'll see you along the way. But council members, Doug's Angels, we'll see you in about 30 minutes, and we'll spin some tunes together.
You
Okay?
gotta say butt Jersey style. Ball.
Ball. Ball. Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Ball.
Come on. Come on. We'll see you later, friends. It's good talking with you. Thanks for being with us. All right? See you soon. All right. So now I got to pick this up because the button to stop it is on the other side. So
How do I turn
here,
it
I'll just
around?
put this here. Music is universe, y'all.